Hi,
Hi.
I'm Larry. I'm the legal service coordinator of Lowin. It's good to see you all.
Hi, my name is Jacob Lee. I'm a managing partner of Lowin Law Firm. I'm glad to see you again. Today's topic is, what is the topic?
Today, we brought about phone scam because we all know that, and I'm very sure that everyone know about phone scam.
Yes, right.
Yes, we heard about this maybe from news article. Yes, or from TV. But today we will get more into this topic, and at the end of this video, you will see more about the reality of the phone scam.
Yes, as a legal issue, we need to talk about, we need to explain about the phone scam in Korea. Yes, let's go.
Yes, sure. So today we will talk about phone scam, right?
Yes, right.
Yes, it is well-known word
Yes.
over the world. But how do we call this word in Korea?
In Korea, we usually say voice phishing.
Yes.
Voice phishing in Korea is
Yes.
a phone scam crime.
Yes, we usually call this as a voice phishing.
That's right.
Yes. So it's really important to know about the phone scam and the potential victims.
Yes,
so
right.
I want to ask Jacob,
Yes.
who are the potential victims or targets of phone scamming, and who are the common victims?
It's usually ordinary citizens. Phone scammers usually and always use ordinary citizens as tools. So among those arrested and detained people as perpetrators of phone scam crimes, many of them were also the victims originally, and they were used as tools by the phone scam criminals.
Oh yeah. So this is very dreadful situation.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
The main culprits, the main offenders, they target their victims for money. They also continue to research and find, recruit tools, tool people to direct contact with the victims, the target victims. They have a separate team and to recruit, target the tools in person.
Yes. So this is how actually happens in the beginning, right? Like they will search for the targets
Yes.
who they will pick or select to help with them.
Yes, right.
So when we say they here, it's the main culprits, like
Yes.
the main offenders.
Yes, right.
Right? So this is how it happened in the beginning. So, like, how do phone scammers identify their victims, and how do they get into them?
It is a very important thing. In the recruitment process, they totally emphasize it's legal and legitimate. You can make them believe it.
So meaning like the main offenders.
Yes, right.
They will let other, like we call accessory,
Yes,
right? To work with them, and they will believe or convince.
Right. Yes,
Yes, I
right.
forgot the word. They convince them to believe that
Yes.
there's no problem.
Yes,
Yeah,
there's
it's
any
legit.
problem
Yes,
at all.
yes. So that's why I think the victims are involved.
Yes.
Many of them are involved in this situation.
Yeah,
right?
easy money, good money for you, and we need to your work. It's a very legal and legitimate things in our society. You don't worry about that, and their normal used expressions.
Oh yeah. So that's very, fearful.
Yes, right.
Yes. You mentioned about some money, right?
Yes.
So is there any money involved? I think, of course, that is why they are doing this as a job.
Yes, right.
Can you tell me more about this common cases that you handled before, or?
Yes, right. Yes. In most cases, they think it's a legitimate part-time job, and you can participate in legally. The victims take part in the crime, sometimes knowing it's a phone scam crime, but on a lot of cases they don't know, not knowing, unknowing, it's an illegal, it's a phone scam crime. So, and since the amount of provided allowance as an allowance, it's quite a large
How
money.
much?
Yes, around 100,000 Korean won to 300,000 Korean won.
So you mean if you have one case, you get like something like that?
Yes, to leave
Up to 300.
Yes, or delivery case. So in that case, young students, people with reduced their incomes, and the foreigners with unstable their life are subject to this crime.
So that's very dangerous, right? So
Yes.
Jacob is actually handling the current cases related to these phone scams, and I also learned that there were many students actually got involved, not knowing this as a crime, right?
That's right.
Yes. So that's what Jacob meant.
I'm really sorry about that, the victims' things, but I also sorry about the accessories.
Yes. Right.
For the first time and the beginning stage, they didn't know about anything.
They're the victims too, right?
Yes, but they are also victims. There are many cases. Once these people step into the crime unaware, and the culprits often reveal their real nature in the case, and make the victims realize you were in the crime already, and you couldn't run from the crime without any punishment. So
They threaten,
they threaten the victims and accessories and the people unknowing that crime, and such a crime to make them cooperate this crime. If not, you will be punished by our information, your individual information. We get your individual information. We can give some information for the victims or the policeman, and you will be punished by the phone scam crime.
So it is really difficult to get away from that situation.
Yes, right.
If you are as an accessory, right?
That's right.
So yeah, it's really hard, right? So in this situation, like, how do they run this business? Or maybe do they have any office, or do they have like where do they actually gather together and work together?
The main culprits of phone scam crimes have the same structure as call centers, and they operate an organization, something like a company, like a sales teams, sales department for scam crimes. It is very a ridiculous situation. They're so weird.
So does it only happening in Korea?
No, it's in abroad.
In abroad as well.
Korea outsourced call centers. Outsourced so many call centers to China, especially the city of Yeonji. Yeonji in China. Yeonji is a Korean ethnic autonomous state in China.
Is there any other like countries? Do people go?
Oh yes, the India. India is the most important phone scam crime state, because the United States and Canada and the United Kingdoms, they outsourced their call centers to India. I heard about the city of Mumbai. Mumbai is the most dangerous city.
Oh yeah.
About the phone scam crime.
Oh no. This is not happening just in Korea, but all around the world.
Yes, right.
Yes, and people are aware of this. We will talk about this international phone scam later. But I wonder, I mean, based on our topic,
Yes.
is there any other method or channel or platform
Yes.
that they use?
They
Aside
usually
from-
use to call the victims, but they use the people as a tool, accessories as accomplices. In that case, they don't use a phone call. They usually use text messages.
Text message.
It's a very different things. The designers or main culprits use social media lovely in abroad to find people to be used as tools.
So they just randomly call.
Oh yes, yes. They usually use the website for work, for searching for work.
Okay.
Yeah, for the first steps. And some people want to have some jobs, part-time jobs.
So people who are desperate for
yes.
money.
Yes. They
That's
have
their
time, but no money. So they need to find jobs or part-time job and the website.
So they get information from the website.
Yeah, from the Facebook Messenger. With a very
I'm aware of that.
Oh, yeah,
Facebook
yes,
Messenger.
very usual. Yeah. So,
Common messenger,
common,
right?
yes, right.
Social media. Anything else like we should be careful or aware of, like social media?
In my experience, the social network mostly used, such as Telegram, TikTok.
TikTok too?
Yes, right. And Facebook Messenger, something like that. In many cases, the chat room is set to be automatically deleted when the chatter, the part chatter exit the chat room in the information in the cell phone. So the forensic testing find the text messages.
Even deleted ones.
Yeah, even deleted ones. So the accessories and the accomplices and as a tool people, their phone will be the most important evidence for the phone scam crime. But there is a big problem in there.
Oh yes.
Because the main offenders and the culprits and the designers, they don't exist in the information. Can detect.
Oh wow. But they're the main people.
Yes, right.
In the crime.
They gave some nickname. They didn't leave their place information.
Like location.
Location, yes, right. Location.
Yeah. So they are using different kinds of platforms.
Yes, right.
And then they are trying like randomly.
Yes,
right?
Yes, right.
Yeah. So I'm sure aside from phone scam or related to this, there are many kinds of phone scam nowadays. It's really upgrading.
Yes, correct.
Yes. Before they were just calling, but now, as you mentioned, they even text you.
Yes.
Right. So can you tell me more about the types of scam? If there is any other types that we need to know.
Today the phone scam crime has evolutions.
Yeah.
Every day, day by day. There are many phone scams impersonating state institutions, such as police station, as a classical, prosecutor's
very
office,
common,
prosecutors, and the court, and also the financial service commissions and the national tax services. And other customs, all of the institutions of state
very common, right?
Yes, very common. And the public services, all kind of public services institutions will be used by criminals. So it is very difficult to defend your money from this situation. It's also rampant to find that an individual account is used in scam crime. And that's for the execution of a loan, but they believe they will be execution of a loan.
This is very serious situation.
Yes.
Yeah, this is really happening around us.
Yeah.
Like a bank account, you lend someone use your bank account. That's a crime.
Yes, all right. Yes, this case will be a violation of the Electrical Financial Transaction Act.
Yes, right.
Your bank account will be stopped using by Financial Commission and police station.
I remember you told me about being be careful about receiving text message and then the paper
yes,
by mail, right?
Yes, good point.
Yes.
Recently, they were bored, so bored. So they forfeit the institutions and judicial papers. So there are also a number of phone scams that forge and send the summon notice paper.
So meaning I heard someone will text you that you have a criminal case or something, and then the same content they will make a legal document.
Yes, real mail.
Yes, and then they really send you through mail.
Yes, sometimes they register the mail. They use registered mail, and they send the mail about the court summon notice, prosecutor summon notice, and police station's summon notice for defendant.
Yes.
And in that case, you need check the information, what the notice and in the paper, the below, paper below. Write the number for contact, and you need to contact the number. At the moment you will be the victim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's really hard.
Yes,
because
right.
Unlike you and I, we are here working in lawyer's office.
Yes, right.
We read lots of legal documents, but we all know how it look like, right? But if someone doesn't know the summon, how it look like, and then they got this through mail, they'll be really panic, right?
Oh yes, I've got some notice.
You got too?
Mail.
Oh really?
From the phone scam criminals. I'm a lawyer, so I can check the real or forged.
Forged.
But ordinary citizens,
yeah, of course,
they can't.
Especially if they are elderly, or maybe foreigners. Yes, they wouldn't know if this is real or fake.
Yes,
so
right.
Jacob is telling you that you have to really check even you got or you received the mail.
Yes, right.
Yes, and maybe one thing that I want to mention about different kinds of phone scam is the romance scam, because I'm aware and I got a lot of calls, inquiry asking about the scam. Yes. So usually, similar to what you have mentioned, people use like a social media. But this kind of like romance scam, people or offenders use dating application.
Yes, right.
And then they will target women or sometimes men who are desperate for love,
yes.
like who are looking for partners, and they will mention about, oh, I want to marry you and I like you, and then little later they will ask money.
Yes.
They ask to send money, right?
Yes, right.
Very common, right?
Yeah, very common things. In many cases, in romance scam, there are no women
No.
in
Yes.
the website and
Yes.
in mobile site. And there are a lot of men as a criminals. So you don't have any dream about a romance.
No.
They just want your money and your interest.
Yeah, they have the other intentions.
Yes,
right.
So you need to remember there is no romance.
No.
I studied about the United States case. There was a famous website for romance.
Oh, really?
But it's a fraud.
Oh, because dating application, they post their picture and it's not even existing, right?
Oh yes,
The
just
person is not
just
even-
an images.
Image.
Yeah.
So Jacob,
Yes.
this time let's talk about punishment.
Yes.
If in case if someone is involved with phone scam, right? What punishment provisions would apply?
Yes. Punishment provisions include fraud and organization of criminal groups, violation of the Electronic Financial Transaction Act, and the blackmail.
What about if you help or if you involve with offenders, main offenders?
Not main offenders. There are punishment provisions for accomplices are accessory to a crime and a joint crime.
But I want to ask about our investigation agency.
Yeah.
Like, how are they taking this case, the phone scam?
Their attitude.
Yes, and everything. Tell us everything.
Korean law enforcement agencies and the court in Korea have been operating the judicial policy that severely punishes those used to be tools for phone scam crimes. Therefore, you will need to respond actively in the early stages so that you can obtain non-indictment.
Yes.
Or in court steps, you need to take the acquittal.
Acquittal, decision. Yes. So from the investigation agency,
Yes.
they will try to look for the offenders, right?
Yes.
But how do they really get the evidence?
The evidence normally getting from the cell phone.
Cell phone.
Yes. So they need to have forensic testing, and each prosecutor's office and police station have their own forensic center within their office.
Inside.
Yes, right.
So is it really easy to do forensic? Does it take time?
Nowadays, they don't have much time to forensic. So when you seized by police your phone, at about 3 more days, or
more than 3 days?
yes, at most a week, the forensic testing result will be there.
Okay, not that long, but it's enough time to wait.
Yes, right.
Yes. So, like you mentioned about accessory or victims, it's somehow easy to get caught by police or investigator. But what about the main offenders?
Main offenders.
Yes.
The designers.
Designers. Can you tell us?
Most of the designers, the culprits, and the main offenders of the crime in the phone scam case, they are not caught and they are not punished.
Is there any specific reason why?
The policemen, they don't have any clues
Oh.
for those people.
So
Mostly
it's hard to find them.
hard to find them. They don't leave any clues for themselves.
Yeah.
Most of the cases, there are the accessories or the accomplices are the ones who bears the full responsibility of the main offenders.
Oh, I see. So, in that case, I want to ask your opinion. What do you think about this?
These phone scam crimes, especially for the accessories and the accomplices, or the using people as a tool in determining whether one has committed an act or has will or not. We have to see whether one recognizes the principal plans, projects, and principal culprits, crime plan, and specific details, and acted on specific function to help. But there still remains serious issues in there legally with punishing the sole act of receiving allowance and delivering the money from victims to some criminals unaware of crime, just as accomplices in fraud and blackmail and accessories. It is very uncomfortable for me as a lawyer.
I see.
Personally, in my opinion, I think there should be new rules for punishment for negligence in the case of phone scam crimes. Like phone scam crimes involve charge, etc.
Yeah, right. So I think it is somehow very unfair that the main offenders are not prioritized.
Yes, right.
Be arrested by police.
Always.
Yes. So or like investigation agency, right?
Yes, right. The main culprits are usually listed in the indictment of prosecutors as unnamed, and the unnamed meaning, someone whose name or surname is unknown. In many cases, people became the victims and the culprits at the same time, and the main designer, main offenders, their name won't be in the indictment paper.
Yes.
They are not caught, they are not punishment, they are not recorded by the official record.
So you're saying like investigation agencies, they don't make efforts to look for them.
Yes, right.
Right.
I think just personally, we need to give some incentive for the accessories. They can select their ways, whether they follow the criminals, and they follow the police. We can give some money for the accessories, for the clues of the phone scam crimes.
So you're saying like for accessories, maybe the government can give them sort of incentive or prize if they reveal some or information of offenders.
Yes, right.
Main offenders.
Yes, to be frank, for the investigation of the phone scam crimes, and at the court, we need to pay much more. Korean government have to pay big money for the a phone scam case, we need to prevent in advance some incentive to give accessories and accomplices.
And look for offenders.
Yes, right.
That's your opinion.
Yes, my personal
I think,
opinion.
yeah, I partly agree with that. So I think it's very important that we need to know what we can do if we are involved in this case, right? So how can a regular person like me avoid this kind of phone scam?
First of all, watch out for calls claiming that they represent public institutions or bank. And if you get some investigations, you need to check your initial statement. The initial statement must be well thought out. The initial statements must not be too different from your evidences, and you must not deny your charges without taking into account your evidence. In the case of participating without knowledge of the crime, you are unknowing the crime. There were many cases in which the indictment was cleared by the prosecutors or got acquitted by the court.
I see. So those are really important because, again, phone scam, it could happen to anyone.
Oh, yes,
like
right.
a regular person like me. So we have to really be careful. But before we end up this video, is there any more message that you want to tell viewers, like how to avoid this kind of scam, and what do we do if we are already involved in this case? Any more message or suggestion or any advice?
If you have your case, I think it is a very hard case. It's a strong case.
Very, yes. Strong.
You will be arrested or detained by police. So you need to have a lawyer.
Definitely.
And I can give you a good consultation. So you need to contact when you get your case for phone scam crimes.
Yes, like he mentioned, this could be a very serious case.
That's right.
Yeah, so you have to really seek for an expert who can give you legal advice and have a consultation with them, and you have to prepare for your case with the early age as possible as you can.
Yes,
right?
right.
Early stage. Yes. So so that's it for today. So we prepare for all about the phone scam. But if you have any suggestion of our next topic, if you want us to deal with any topic that you want, then leave a message or a comment on our channel. And if you think it was helpful, then please subscribe our channel. We will be regularly posting our videos here. So yes, it was really good to see you again. I hope everything has been helpful for you.
It's okay. If you got some advice from me, and please click the like button.
Yes.
See you again.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.